Hey, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Let's Go Fishing Show. I hope that that you're in and out of this wind, Mike.
Yeah, it's definitely white capping today.
It was white capping on top of white caps down there today. Wesley and I finally just gave up, folks. Yeah, we were on the lake fishing this morning, and we finally gave up a little afternoon. It just got so rough we couldn't. You throw your bait towards the bank, Mike, and it just take off like a kite, and you didn't know where it was going to hit. So it got rough, and I told Wes, I said, Wes, I've had enough. If you're game, we'll go home. Oh, I'm ready, he said. So that was great. But he and I have had 3 or 4 fishing trips this week. Him being out of school, and we've had a ball, and he's had a good time, caught a lot of fish, and that was the main thing. So anyway, Mike, good to have you.
Good to be back.
All right, good to be back. Good to have you over here with me, and want to say hello to Dad and Polly and Bill, and also Mike Richards. I want to say hello to Mike. Got to talk to him last week, and Mike, hello, and I hope you're still doing good and doing well. And got to talk to Bill a little bit. Bill was planning on being over with us tonight, but he had some errands to run today and took a lot longer than he thought. So he just got back in about 15 after 6. Mike from Knoxville. So he said much the way this wind was blowing, he believed he'd just stay in the house.
Yes.
I don't blame him.
Don't blame him.
Yeah, we sure have got some wind now, I'm telling you. But anyway, folks, we got a lot of going on. Got a lot of things going on tonight, and we do have quite a bit of film. Don't know that we'll show it all. We're going to start out with Mike and I on Watts Bar there, April the 1st, and we'll go from there. Ever how long it stretches. We got a lot of film on Wes and I, and the last 2 or 3 days he and I have been down there fishing, and caught a lot of little fish, Mike. We did get a good one every now and then, but which is a good sign as far as I'm concerned. We didn't film them all today. I was too busy trying to keep us off the bank, but I'd say we caught 20, 25, maybe 30 bass today. But they were in just one little general location in a shallow pocket there. And, buddy, just every time you turned around, there's a little old ditch line run down the middle of it, and they'd either be on one side or the other or right in the middle of that ditch. You'd get a bite over there when that rattle trap hit the water, or you'd get one when it hit the boat.
Yeah.
And but you know what? I told him, I said, I can't believe there's that many fish in this little old area right here. So, but like I said, I didn't get to film them all, and because of the wind and trying to keep the boat off the bank and from blowing us back in the real shallow water. But we did get quite a few of them on film, but we never got them all. We caught a lot more than we filmed, I can tell you that. But it was good to see that we had them little bass.
No, guaranteed.
Yeah, definitely for a fact. So anyway, with all that said, we got some tournament notifications to do here directly, and some info from Willie Word, East Tennessee Sportsman Association. Got a little bit of going on there. So Herschel, if you're ready, take us to the film. Just got the boat in. We got a late start this morning. We're down here. We'll see if we can find some fish here, catch a few. Remember the sponsors, Let's Go Fishing. We're going to be flipping and pitching a little bit today. Probably throwing a lipless crankbait. See if we can find some fish and have a good time. So stay tuned. We get back with you shortly. I don't know how big he is or what he is, Mike, but he's got it. I see what he is now.
Little bass.
I don't know how that rascal hit that plug and missed it that fast. He sure did.
Oh well.
That needle nose can get him get him loose here.
I lost one, you've got one, so
Yeah.
let's see what's going on.
Yeah, but yours was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, them dang hooks right there, the sticks and everything, man. All right. Go back out there and see if we can get his mom.
All right.
All right, folks. Mike's picked up a fish here on that rattle trap. Yeah, he ain't a giant, Mike, but he's a good starter. Yes. Sure is. Need the pliers. There you go. Best way in the world to get them off. Let them flop off themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, Mike. Good deal. Get another. All right, folks. Mike's picked up another buck bass there. Mike, you still ain't found the good ones yet.
No.
All right. We'll just have to keep at it until we do, I guess. Okay, we'll get that back in the water, folks. We'll be back shortly. Hopefully. All right, folks. Mike's got a pretty decent fish there that time, ain't you, Mike?
Yeah,
A little bit better fish. Okie dokie. Attaboy. Yeah, that's a keeper there, bud. That's good, Mike.
Yeah.
All righty.
Get on that little brown jig.
Yeah. Okey doke. Good deal. Let's get another.
Get another one.
All right, folks. Steve finally found him one there.
Mike, I wish you wouldn't say that every time. Finally, you know, I've caught 3 or 4 today.
Yeah.
That is a good keeper.
Yeah. That's the first one you put in here that's even close to a keeper.
Yeah. Well, I had to get my cameraman back there on the cam.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, folks, Mike's got a fish on there too now. Attaboy, Mike. Yes, sir. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. 2 out of the same spot. That's the way we like to do it. All righty. Yeah, a little shot of what we're doing there. Pitch in there again, Mike, and I'll get you on film here. See if you can get another bite there. Don't forget to jerk now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think we might have got a professional snag there. Be back shortly.
So you got a pretty nice fish on here now.
Yeah, I finally found one, Mike.
Yeah. Blind hog find an acorn every once in a while.
Sure will.
Right.
Yeah. He ain't no giant, no man.
Good 3-pounder.
Yeah. Sure is.
Nice fish.
All righty. Okay, Mike, back to water.
Back in the water. There you go. Catch him again next time.
Yeah. All right, folks. Mike's got a big striper on there. Okay. All right. I'm just wondering, Mike, how long it's going to take you before you got one of them? Yeah. Deep pliers? Okie doke. Get him off and get him back. All right, Mike's got another one on here. Some kinds of striper bass, Mike. Yeah, looks like another one of them stripers. Yes, sir. When you find them, you can find a bunch of them.
Evidently so.
Yes, sir. You sure can. 2 ways about it. All right, Mike. Back in the water.
All right, folks. Steve's got a good one on, and I got one on too. It was a pretty good fish.
You are. Come here, bud.
Yeah, pretty good little fish. He pushed 4 or 5 pounds maybe.
Yeah, he's good for anyway. needle nose on him, Mike.
They're laying back here on
Okay.
the thing. Box here. Yeah. I'll throw mine up here in the boat beside you there. Let you look at both of them.
Yeah.
Once I get mine up here next to the camera, it'll look as big as yours.
Oh yeah. I know you'd figure out some way to try to outdo me there, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice fish there.
Yeah,
Oh, I got a quick release on mine there, then.
I'm trying to get it. All right, Mike. Yeah. That's a nice fish.
Real nice fish.
Where it looks like her tail wore a little bit. Take off now, yeah.
She go.
Yeah.
All right.
She got off that. Not already.
Yeah.
Get that plug and maybe crank it twice.
Okay. We'll get back at it.
All right, folks. Mike's got something on here we really don't want to fool with. Yeah, there he goes, Mike. Yeah. See that right there, though. Dadgum that thing. I don't know how we're going to get him off there. I guess we have to get him in the net, won't we? Yeah. He ain't through yet, Mike.
Yeah.
No, he ain't through yet. I guess you're going to lip him, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna live.
You go right ahead, Mike. You want the needle nose? Oh, yeah. Yeah, go ahead and lip it. All right. Don't Clark. Hold on a second. I know that's going to happen. Broke your line, didn't you? Okay. Cut your finger. All right. Hold on, folks. I'm going to cut the camera off and see if I can help you get this thing off of here. Hey, folks, I got a decent fish here. Mike's busy retying his line after that fiasco with that there muskie. So, go ahead, Mike. Take that now from me. You got it? All right, good deal. All right, folks. Mike's got another fish on right there. Yeah, there you go, Mike. Good deal. Good deal. Don't want to move the camera around too much. Herschel don't like that. Attaboy, Mike. All right, folks. Mike's got something on here. I don't know. Whoa, wait a second. Let's see what this is here. Oh, yeah. That right there's what that is. I'll be son of a gun. Man. Yeah. You finally found another one, didn't you, Mike?
Yeah.
All right, hold on here and I'll get him. Got him. Yeah, boy. You done good, Mike. Yes, sir. You done real good.
Run off with my jig, but
Yeah, you're trying to. All right, good job. Good job. Okie dokie. All right, folks. Mike and I are down here on Watch Bar again on Saturday morning. He's got a good fish. We caught 4 or 5 small fish. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, Mike. Yeah, boy. That's a dandy, son. There you go, Mike. Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir, man. Attaboy, Mike.
ain't much of a tree over there.
Ain't much of a tree. He was on nothing, really.
Yeah, look at that belly.
Look at that belly. Yeah, boy. She's that's a place to nest, Mike.
Running out over there.
Yeah, got eggs running out of her now. All right. Good job, Mike. Folks, remember the sponsors. Can't do the show without them. And it's Let's Go Fishing. And we're going to catch a bunch of fish today, hopefully. That's a good starter. We've caught 4 or 5, missed. I just missed a good one there. So we'll be back with you shortly. Get another big bite here. All right, folks. Our Mike's got a pretty good little fish there. Got him on the crankbait, didn't you, Mike?
Yeah, it did.
All right. Well, that's good. That's perfect. Yes, sir. Good deal. All right. Back in the water with him, Mike. All fattened up, wasn't he? Okay. Get you another. We're recording, Mike. Good deal. Yeah. All righty. Nothing wrong with that, Mike.
Nope.
Just need more of it.
Yeah.
All right, get on it. I don't know what that is. He's a bulldog, Mike. Right there's what it is. I want you to look there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it is right there, Mike. Oh, yeah. Yeah, boy. Oh, yeah. Did he grab that thing good? I got it. Yeah. I thought you was just kidding me there, Mike, when you said you had a bite. I thought maybe you was hitting the bottom or something.
Not quite.
Huh?
Not quite.
Not quite. All right, let's go fishing, folks. Right there's what we acted.
Yep.
That's a boy, Mike.
Okay, see if you can get you another.
Yeah, I'm glad you put me on that jig, Mike. Okay, folks. Wes and I are down here on the lake. I got old Wes here on the captain of the ship. Good to have him out today. He had to go to the dentist. We're getting about 4 o'clock. This wind's terrible. Stay tuned. Remember the sponsors. Gotta have them. Appreciate every one of them. And we'll get back with you shortly. All right, folks. Wes got our first fish there. He's a small one, but we'll get some bigger ones. Got a boy, Wes. And just grab him right in the mouth there now. Yeah, buddy. There you go. Good job. Good job. I fooled around and left the needle nose pliers at home. Must have took them out of the boat. That's a boy. All right, bud. Good job, Wes. All right, Wes got another fish on there, folks. Wes, I'm gonna have to swap rattle trap with you. Looks like, son. All right, easy on that. Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. That's a good. Hold on. Swing him right around here. Yeah. Yeah, the boy. All right. Yeah, buddy. Now, you look how white that fish is. You know why?
Cold water?
Cold water. Yeah, they pushed that cold water back in here. There you go. Got it? All right. Okay, bud. That looks good, Wes. That's a nice keeper right there, bud.
It is.
All right. Back in the water she goes, buddy. Okay, get you another.
All right. Got another one on here.
Yep.
A little striper.
Yep.
Finally got one on that rattle trap, finally.
Okay.
All right, back in the water. He's got a good one on here. Oh my goodness, look at that. The big one. Goodness gracious. Oh my goodness, look at that.
We got you. He's ours now, Wes. Turn back loose.
Yep. All right, put him back in the water.
All right, here we go.
All right,
Get your head down.
there he goes.
He's trying to jump. All right, folks, Wes got another fish on there. That's a boy, Wes.
Good deal, buddy.
Not a bad one.
No. Yes, sir. Get him off. Get back in there and get you another. Yes, sir. All right, buddy. Good job, buddy. Get you another in there.
Well, another one on here. Not a bad one. Pretty good. That jig.
We'll take
There
him,
he
Wes.
is. Yep. Back in the water.
All right, folks. Wes got another small bass there. Atta boy, Wes.
Good.
Yeah. Hold on just a second. Let me get the pliers here. What you got? Yeah. Hold on just a second, little buddy. Ah. Got him in. Yeah. All right. Good deal. All right, folks. Wes got a fish on here. I don't know. Oh, that's a big old striper. That's on Wes. Boy, they pull hard, don't they? Okay, hold on. We'll get him off. What I doing? All right, old buddy. That's a good deal right there. Hold still. Got him. Okie dokie. All right. You take the camera. Grab them stripers on the back. They'll fin you every time. If you grab him by the belly, like I got him right there, you can hold on to him and get him off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep. There he goes.
Like that.
Got another one on here.
Little buck bass now, Wes. See that right there? He hit that thing off that old leaf all over the hooks.
Yeah.
That thing's running as fast as he does. He can't figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Alright. Got another one. Not bad. Alright, put it back in the water. First fish of the day. Pretty good.
What do you think about that now, Wes?
Pretty good fish.
Pretty good fish, yeah. It's good keeper fish right there, old buddy. Sure is. Get down here and get a hold of him. There we go. Just like that. Oh, better hand me them pliers. All right, got it. Got it. Let's see if I can get that other one out. Oh, you're gonna need him. All right, got him. Sorry about that. All right.
Alright, there he is. Some nice fish.
Okay, bud.
Put him back in the water.
Let's get another one, folks. Welcome to Let's Go Fishing. And Wes and I are back down here on the lake, and we hope we can get some. Good
Alright.
starter, Wes.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Get
Well, got smallmouth on here.
all
He's
right,
rocked.
Wes. Okay, get him up here and get him off. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, boy.
It's a nice one.
Yeah.
Alright, put him back.
He's no keeper, Wes, but he's pretty.
All right, folks, we're back, and hope you enjoyed that fish catching there. Mike, that was a little shot of that muskie there. I could never get him to pose for us there. You know, I could never find him with the camera, and then he'd break water there and under the boat, and I couldn't get to him. I wanted to get a better shot of that thing when he was jumping and keeping tail walking there for you and all that kind of stuff. But that's what that was.
Call that a fluke.
A fluke, okay, yeah. You call that a fluke, all right. I thought you had a good bass on there until that thing broke water, and I thought, man alive, we've hooked one of them wild things.
Yeah, no
And,
doubt.
so anyway, they're in the lake, folks, and they claim they're getting to be more and more of them.
I hope I don't catch no more of them.
I'm the same way, Mike. They hard to live, ain't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir. They sure are. I wouldn't advise that to anybody. Man, get your hand down there around that thing's mouth. If he don't slice you with his teeth, or you're gonna throw a hook in you, guarantee it.
Gill plate or something?
Yes, sir. He sure is. They something else. Mike, let's talk a little bit about baits. You've got some baits laying there. We talked about, the other week about different colors. My favorite thing to do, and my rule of thumb is cloudy, overcast. I like to throw a painted bait, and then if it's bright and sunny, get on the silver side, or the reflective baits, But we call fish on a jig.
Yeah, that's mostly what I caught all my fish on, was that brown jig.
It sure was. And I'm going to tell you, I meant to bring those trailers over here, Mike. I wanted to show the folks the difference between, and it made a difference.
I think it did.
Definitely. That the skinny chunk. I see no one the skinny.
Swimmy chunk.
The swimmy chunk. By Zoom, and get them at Edgemore Outdoors, and he got a good selection of Zoom stuff up there. But that swimmy chunk, and I was throwing shucks, I can't think, the flipping junior. I was throwing that, and I also went to the number 11 chunk.
Yes.
In the Zoom and plastic, and this wasn't getting the bites, and I finally realized that I was going to have to put on what Mike had on, or I wasn't going to get a bite, and because it sure made a difference.
It did.
And we need to bring that in next week and make sure we show everybody what we're talking about, and you're going to get our fish tank, ain't you?
I'll see
so
what
you can demonstrate.
Yeah.
All right, that'd be great.
We showed that jig last week, I believe it was, still on the rod.
We did.
Still flipping the same jig, and but we tried several other baits. We tried the spinner baits and the crank baits and stuff, and we get maybe one every now and then or something on something different. But that jig seemed to be the one that's catching the fish.
Yeah.
Little John, I think I caught one on that, and I got one, two, maybe on the rattle trap or something.
Yeah.
Wasn't that many, and maybe one or two each day or something. Those 2 days that me and you fished, but that jig produced better than anything. And you and Wesley, I know you said you just got on to them on the rattle trap down there.
Yeah, we did. We surely did, and it was just a situation, and we caught some on the jig, same way me and you did. Just pitching that thing in there on the bank, especially if it had a little bit of gravel on the bottom, or either around the tree. Buddy, we'd bump 2 or 3 rocks or whatever down there, and they'd be one to pick it up, and that kind of thing.
Well, the fish is definitely on the move to move up and move in. They got spawning on their mind, because that one big one I caught down there in White's Creek, like I said, you see the eggs are running out of it. And it was in sort of a know-nothing little old tree there, a little old limb, and the big tree right over there from it, we never got a strike out of it.
Yeah.
That one fish was there, and it hit, 3 times, the 3rd time before I caught it.
Caught it, yeah. And dang, that fish wasn't in a foot of water. If you would have been looking close, you could have seen it.
It probably could have if we'd been in there on top of it. We could have seen it, but I mean, the water temperature was 60 degrees there.
Yeah.
And you thought wasn't no way them fish would be in there trying to spawn, but now that water in the back of that holler may have warmed up enough in some of them days to get one interested in spawning, but that definitely had eggs coming out of it.
Yeah. Well, she had little. She didn't have a bloody tail, but she had a few red spots on her.
Red spots, yeah.
Yeah, so and it comes back to what I've always thought, that they don't all spawn at the same time, because you got shallow fish that you can catch in the summertime, in there in 2 foot of water.
Yes, sir.
And then your buddies out there catching them in 30 foot of water.
Yeah.
Now, to me, this fish that's in here shallow now, it's going to move out, probably not as far as them 30 foot fish are moving out, but then it comes right back a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And these fish that's normally out here deep, I think it takes them a while to get acclimated to what's going on.
It does. It does.
When it warms up, and it's all about that water temperature and the seasons. When it's springtime, man, that's what happens. And right now, that's what's running. Them little old buck bass just running around there, everywhere.
Well, you might take a long holler or something, like going back into White's Creek or something, and them fish wants to migrate all the way to the back of that creek to spawn. Yep. It may take them 2 to 3 weeks longer, or they might make it move in one day. You never know. But it seems like the ones in the back of the creek may not spawn right then, and ones out there next to the channel may move up in a small pocket out there and spawn 2 or 3 weeks earlier than the others.
Yeah, well, that's true. I know. Bill and I were talking on my way over here, and he thinks that some of them, he thinks them smallmouth, some of them may be already spawning up there at north, out there deep, because you can catch a buck bass 20 foot deep, but you can't catch a good smallmouth 20 foot deep. Mm-hmm. They ain't biting.
Yes.
And a month ago we was catching some good fish 20 foot deep.
That's true.
Now that now all you're catching is them little old buck bass out there, them 12, 13, 14-inch fish, and we was catching 18s and 20s out there in that deep water. So they've quit biting. Now why? There's something going on, and he thinks they may be some of them spawning out there now, in that deeper water. And I'm going to tell you, folks, as far as Norris is concerned, them zebra mussels, Norris is as clear right now as it's probably as far as I've ever seen it. And the fish being caught up there this year, deeper than what I've seen them get caught in a long time. I mean, since when I've been fishing that lake, and that's in 1972, and they caught fish up there 50 foot deep this year.
Yes.
And a lot of the fish was 40 plus.
Used to 20 foot.
Yeah.
Was about the range, because it seemed like even the guys that I talked to that had dived up there and went down, said once you got down about that 20 foot level, everything just seemed to go to one color down there, and because the light factor was out of it.
Right.
Now, I wouldn't doubt them being able to go 50 foot deep before they run out of light down there.
Yeah, they definitely some changes going on up there, and with all these zebra mussels, and just a few weeks ago, Bill and I were in Cove Creek, and I didn't film them, but several times he brought his bait up and had them on his hook.
Yes, sir.
So they're in Cove Creek. They're up there in the sea.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Now, where else are they?
Everywhere.
That's what I think,
everywhere on that lake.
They're everywhere. That's exactly right.
It surprised me, though, right now, they say they're in Watch Bar, but I ain't had no problem catching any or hooking on to any or anything with crankbaits or anything else down on Watch Bar.
Well, I when you're throwing a rattle trap, or it's usually on the bottom, and hooked a lot of those twisted shells, and some of them I hooked looked like they had the zebra mussels attached to them. I'm when there's two or three on that one shell, I got to get with the TWRA biologist, and next time I do that, I'm going to save that thing, put it in a jar of water, and let them look at it and let them tell me what it is. Be the best thing to do. But I'd just take them off and throw them back, look them over, and throw them back in the water. But yeah, they're there where I've been fishing, Mike. Seems like it may not be zebras, but it sure looked like them. And we'll just have to check it out and see. But anyway, what about the, folks, when you're pitching or flipping a jig, sometimes you may be on a little creek channel, and it may be 8, 10 foot deep, 6 foot, 10 foot deep, but you're just, 15 foot from the boat.
Yeah.
And sometimes closer than that.
Oh, yeah, a lot closer.
Yeah. So you don't, in a treetop, you just creep right up there on that thing and softly lay that bait down in there, and when you thump them limbs a time or two, look out, if there's a fish there, he's going to get it.
Yes, sir.
And so that's the thing about jig fishing, or flipping and pitching a jig. You're pretty close to your structure, and then a lot of times I'm just going down the bank pitching that thing on there, and especially on where there's a little gravel or rock, doing the same thing, and that's usually where you get your bites at.
Yeah, stay around that structure, any type of structure. You need to stay around it, but mostly on that flipping, you in there in that structure, and sometimes you got a beat on it, and no matter what you flip on it with, you may flip several different baits before you find the one that they want the best.
Yeah, that's right. Hello, caller.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Ed, how you doing, man?
Well, I just had a brainstorm about how to get rid of them zebra mussels.
Uh-oh. Let's hear it.
Okay, you know what's Bering Sea Gold on Discovery Channel?
Yep.
And they got them big dredge suction hoses, and they go down there and
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if that'd be any kind of way possible to do it, but to find out where the majority of them, the big section, well, there's a bunch of them, get a bunch of them out of there, couldn't you?
Well, you sure think so, Ed. That's not that far-fetched to my mind. They don't have anything else better.
Talk to them guys at TWRA, tell them we're going to have to do something.
Yeah, well, the guy, if you remember that, Bart Carter told us that right now that was their biggest concern because they don't have a solution for them.
Yeah. Well, that Bill Denton guy on Channel 9 that talks about the yard and the bushes and flowers and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He said this one woman called and said, I got this crazy crabgrass and I don't know what to do about it. And he said, what can I do? And he said, move.
I don't know about moving, Ed. I love that place up there too much.
I know it. Hey, now listen, after this cold snap this weekend, it's going to get down to freezing, I think, Saturday or Saturday one.
Mm-hmm.
But then on, if you'll catch them big ones, throw that lizard.
Yeah. Well, we've been doing that already, Ed, and that's what Mike was addressing there. He's been known to flip a lizard a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting them brushed in that treetops and around them rocks. I mean, them fish naturally they feed on them lizards, and they know when they start water warming up, and it's about warm enough right now for them things to be crawling around, so swimming in the water. So they're looking for them.
Because them older fellas, like I'm talking about older than Bill, old enough to be Bill's daddy.
Yeah.
They used to fish with live spring lizards.
Oh,
Yeah, we have too. Hunt them all week and fish them all weekend. Done it many a time.
I swear by that lizard, man.
Yeah, they can't stand it, Ed. I mean, it's just I'm serious. We used to, when we get out of school in the spring, we'd head to the creeks and the springs and hunt them lizards 3 or 4 days a week. And then on Friday evening, we'd take off to Norris Lake and camp out, fish them lizards.
But don't they now? They got a restriction on it now or something.
Yeah.
Trapping them and stuff.
I know there's some rules and regulations on them now, because I guess they're endangered. But well, back then, it was just bait for the fish, and that's what we were getting. And there were some places you couldn't hunt them, and there was other places we could. But we stayed in the mountain streams pretty much and rolled them rocks over and get them out.
Well, listen, I'm gonna put a bounty out on the zebra mussel and the garfish up there on north.
All right, man, that sounds good to me.
Well, listen, I'll get off here and let you guys go back to the show.
All right, Ed. Thanks for calling, buddy.
Okay, man.
All right, see you.
You know, them lizards, it seemed like every year you went back, there's always more of them there.
More of them there.
It wasn't like you was cleaning the place out and there wasn't no more ever come back.
I agree, Mike. And we was always particular about it. If we got a good one or two good ones out from under a rock, we wanted to lay that rock right back in the same place, hoping there'd be some more there next time. But a lizard is a good bait. The Zoom lizard, that's there again. Edgemore's got a good selection of them. As a matter of fact, I was on Douglas, and you know and I know the Carolina rig on Douglas is probably the primary bait year round. You can catch them on a lot of other things, but a lot of times that'll pay off, and you know, same thing, they're biting it. So they just, you know, when they see, don't ask me, but that thing just looks like a stick coming through the water, except for that tail wiggling. And the old natural lizards, they didn't have near that wiggle in the tail.
Oh no.
And but anyway, they just tear the meat off of them, and it seemed like the worse they looked, the better they bit them.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
We had a ball with them. Mike, tell us about them baits there right quick. We'll move right along because we got a bunch of tournaments coming up and all this stuff.
You were showing the chrome finish with a lot of flash, which you was talking about fishing it in the bright sunlight.
If the sun's out, I definitely think the chrome finish is the way to go.
And then you got the painted looking baits.
Yeah.
Which this one's molded into it. And it's got a lot of glitter in it too, make it pretty flashy, in the chartreuse color over the blue back. And then you got the ones that painted over, actually painted over. It looks even darker, you know. In the cloudy days, that painted bait may be produced better than the chrome finish looking job.
I definitely think it does, Mike. In just my opinion, everybody's got their own opinion about things, but when if I'm fishing in that 2 foot to 5 foot of water, and it's a cloudy day, I'd rather have the painted color like you showed there, and then when that sun's out, chrome and black is. And then I got a couple of baits there that's chrome and chartreuse back. I mean, they got everything in the world. Old Jim over there's got a good selection of them there at Edgemore. The reason I went today with the chrome and chartreuse back was because the water had some color to it. But the sun was coming in and out, and most of the time it was out. And with that chop on the water, they just eat it up. You know, so. Yeah, in my opinion, if I'm going to throw one, if it's cloudy, I want to throw a painted color, more or less, and if it's bright, sunshiny day, get on the chrome.
Well, any time you're down there fishing, if you fish, say, 30 minutes or an hour with a bait, and you've tried several different types of structure with it or something, the rocks or the clay banks or in the trees or in the stumps or in a flat or on a point, and you ain't caught a dang fish, it's time to change. I mean, you know, don't be afraid to change up, because the next one you tie on may catch one and never catch.
That's right.
I mean,
I agree with you.
You got to change up on that stuff.
Don't want to can't force feed them or feed them what you want. You know, I like to fish the way I like to fish, but it might be with 2 or 3 different ways.
The only one bait I know of that you can throw and not have to change up is a minnow.
Yeah, Mike, I tell you what, who was that asked me about you crappie fishing the other day? Speaking of crappie, crappie are biting right now on Fort Loudon. Those guys are catching them. They're doing it 2 or 3 different ways. They're catching them out there deep with the drop shot rig on minnows, and they're catching them shooting the docks with the little flies. And there's some people catching them just throwing the floater in the minnow and floater in the grub. But they are catching some crappie on Fort Loudon right now. And they've been kind of slow on Watch Bar from what I've found out from several people the past week. You know, they're catching 5 or 6 or You know, you go, there was 3 gentlemen on the bank the other morning when Weston and I got down there, and or was that me and you, and we were talking to them, listening, and they were talking to us and asked them how they were doing, and one guy said, I've been here 3 hours and got 3 crappie. He said, that's not too good.
No.
I said, no, that's 1 hour. It's hard to stay for that. But, you know, but I hear Fort Loudon, they're doing pretty good over there right now on the crappie. Sure are. And then, you know, and if you want to venture down to Chickamauga, they're catching some crappie down there, you know. And here's the trick to it. The guy told me, plain and simple, he says, I might catch 3 out from under this dock, and I might catch none out of the next 4 docks I fish, and then the next one I hit, I might get my limit.
Yeah.
Right there. And so he said, I don't, you know, when you make 6 or 8 flips under that dock, and I don't get a bite, he said, it's time to move.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like changing baits. So folks, if you're not catching them where you're at, relocate or change something up. Bottom line. So just to pass that along to you. Right quick announcements. The buoy marker at the mouth of Little Emery. Willie Word talked with the Coast Guard.
Coast Guard.
Yeah. He called the Coast Guard, and they're supposed to be up there addressing that problem. There's a red marker buoy just as you hit the channel of Big Emery from Little Emery that's under the water, and that buoy's been there for ever since I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if a tree got on it and pulled it down or what the deal is, but it's just barely under the water, and you know.
Extremely dangerous situation.
Yeah, if you hit it, you've hit something.
You got that right.
Yeah. So they're supposed to address it. And then I also noticed down there at Kingston, there's 2 black buoys within 10 foot of one another.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them's moved from up the river and got down there where that one's at, or vice versa. Something's happened. You don't see two black channel markers, that close.
That's right.
And they never have been that way before.
Mm-mm.
And I just noticed them the other day when I was down through there. So anyway, Willie, want to thank you for that, and appreciate you following up on that little bit of information. Also, too, the East Tennessee Sportsman Association's meeting was next week on the 12th at 7 o'clock, Rome Street Grill. Don't want to forget that. I mean, it's good to have these folks that we can contact, because they already know who to call and get things done that we'd like to see done.
That's for sure.
So we'll move right along with that. Right quick, Reynolds Racing and Marine's going to be at the Windrock Jamboree. I think it's the 14th, 15th, and 16th. He's going to have the side-by-sides up there. You can look them over. You've done missed out on the $750 factory discount. But anyway, they're still discounted quite a bit. They're nice-looking machines. I'm going to get Mike on one of them one of these days, and if it can stand him, it can stand anybody. Dad will swear to that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they'll be there with side-by-sides for you to look at, and we're going to try to sell you one and check it out and all that kind of stuff. So want to remind everybody about that. And then all the sponsors, like I said, we're going to be at Rome Street Grill next Tuesday night. You can't beat them. And these roofers, folks, if you need a new roof or some repairs made to your roof, you need to call that number on the screen. The roofers. Those people, I've checked around, and they've got some good references, and they are licensed, insured, and bonded. So if you've got some roof repairs, or you need a new roof replaced, or some remodeling work done, call that number right there, and get them to come over and give you an estimate or whatever, and you can check up on those folks for sure.
You might ought to get out there and check your roof out after all this wind, because you may be missing some shingles.
Well, I thought about the same thing too, Mike. Yeah, that'd be a good idea to do for sure. Nothing wrong with that. Citizens Banks, Tim's Tire down there, just, you know, you can't say enough about those Knox folks. Same way at the bank. You're dealing with great people that want to do the right thing and help you and get what you need. I talked with Tim the other day and ran into him down there on the lake. You all see the film, and he and I talked, and I passed along a couple of satisfied customers while we were there in the boat together. And he says, well, he said, that's just what we want to do. We want to make them satisfied, whatever it takes. So if you need tires, be a good place to start shopping for them right there. Edgemore Outdoors, they've got the best selection of baits over there.
Yes.
I mean, bar none, Mike. They got them. Whatever it might be that you need, you'll buy Edgemore and get it. And then Pamela Ann's Fudge and Candies down there, they, you know, and I've tried to get them to come over and bring some of their fudge over here, and I'm going to stay after them to do that, to get that over here and tell us a little bit about the fudge, because they're just all over the country, you know. And like I told you before, that fudge at the Cracker Barrel's theirs. They manufacture it just under the different name. So remember all the sponsors, the sign shop. They're still cranking out good work. And Mike's Trucks had so many comments on it. I guess I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get away from my magnetic sign, Mike, and let her put something on the side look like you've got. So I've had so many people talking about it. I guess I'm gonna have to do that too. So, but check with those down there at the sign shop on anything like that you might need, and all that good stuff. Tournaments, right quick. Let me tell you what we've got right here, right quick. Got 5 minutes. All right, 10-4 on the 5 minutes. Let me get my glasses on here, Herschel, where I can see what I got wrote down. I should have wrote it in bigger print. Let's see.
You say
Okay.
they was having a Northcraft tournament at the...
Well, it's a Northcraft Jamboree or rally. So they've got it's on Facebook and the internet. I don't remember who's putting it up, but anyway, that'll be next Saturday on the 15th of April at Anderson County Park. Safe flight to 2 or 3 o'clock, one of the two. They'll let you know all that there the next morning.
Maybe the wind will slow down by then.
Maybe the wind will slow down. But we're going right back to the same schedule. This coming Saturday, you got the East Tennessee Crappie Club. They had be here on the 9th, which is this coming Saturday. They'll be on Watts Bar, and I never did find out where they're going to be located at. Then the Blue Ridge Bassmasters, they're going to be at the dam Saturday. Fishers of Men will be April the 16th at Cherokee Dam. USA Bass and Tom's Marine, they was last Sunday in their next tournament. Let me get my paperwork right here and tell you about that. Their next tournament is on 4/17. It's on Douglas at the dam at Douglas Dam Ramp, and that's 7 to 4:30 p.m. That's USA Bassin Tournament Trail in Tom's Marine. They'll be at Douglas Dam on the 17th of April. So moving right along, White Pine Marine, they'll be April 23rd at Douglas at Shady Grove, and then the Lucas Oil North Open Tournament was the 9th, which is this coming Saturday at Brogan's Holler. And then the Heartland, you got several tournaments going on there. Then the Food City Tim Irwin Tournament, May the 7th, and then the Roane County Bass Tournament, Benefit St. Jude's, is May the 21st. And that kind of stuff. So got a lot of tournaments. The Tennessee Team Trail, their tournament on Douglas is this weekend. It's April the 9th, and it's going to be at Shady Grove is where they're going to launch from. So that's Tennessee Team Trail, April the 9th on Douglas at Shady Grove. So,
Does anybody not know where Shady Grove's at? Can you tell them?
Well, it's right. The launch ramp is right above Cowboys, but to get to it, you take that Deep Springs Road.
Mm-hmm.
Go over there and hit 60. I think that's 63. That comes up beside the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Goes all the way up to Dandridge Bridge and on through Dandridge all the way up to the interstate and on farther. But I think that's 63, State Route 63. But you'll get off at Deep Springs off of 40 there and go right over there 3 or 4 miles and hit Deep Springs Road, or hit the, that is Deep Springs Road, hit 63 there and take a left, and I think it's maybe a mile, maybe 2 miles up the road. You take a right and you'll be beside the water. You go by Cowboys Restaurant, it'll be on your right. You go right past it up there and you'll turn right and come back out on the point, launch your boat.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Mike, it's been a while since I've been there, but I can still find it.
Didn't you? Okay.
Yeah, sure can. That's a Tennessee Team Trail. Gonna be up there this Saturday. Got 60 seconds. We better get it quick. Hello, caller. Hello.
Where'd you say that crappie tournament's going to be at?
Well, that was it, Tony. I couldn't find out where it's going to be held at. It's going to be on Watts Bar Saturday, but I don't know where they're putting in at. I never could find out. I got on the internet and tried, I went through everything that they had, but then, man, my computer skills are real bad. You want to call me tomorrow, and I'll give you their number?
I don't know your phone number. You just call me. You got my number there.
Well, you can call me on my cell phone. You want to write this number down?
Yeah.
310.
Okay.
1854.
All right.
Okay. Call me and I'll try to get that for you in the morning.
All right, thank you.
All right, see you, buddy.
Okay.
16 seconds.
Yeah.
5. Folks, God bless you. Have a safe week, and we'll see you next week.
Country Fresh Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Foods.
Rodney and Kay Harback invite everyone to come on over to Rome Street Grill to experience a pleasant dining experience with them. Rodney knows how important it is to get folks back to work after lunch, so they have a speedy lunch at Rome Street Grill. They will get you in and get you out. Every day they have a special at lunch or order off the menu. So go visit the fine folks at Rome Street Grill. Call them at 865-285-6025. That's Rome Street Grill, across from Jerry Duncan Ford in Harriman. Call them at 865-285-6025.